people are attacking Kobe Bryant more so than anything, not because of what happened in 2003. It's what's happening now. People are on the air, people are in various arenas across the country, across the globe, have shown Kobe Bryant respect, have teared up for Kobe Bryant. And there are people who are melanated and not melanated, if you don't like this, but mostly melanated people. I mean, non-melanated people don't like this. Remember when Michael Jackson died? When everybody was crying and couldn't believe it. Who led the charge to go out there and besmirch his character? White folk, white women in particular. Now, when I did my first video about Kobe Bryant dying, I said if you go on social media, you'll see a lot of white women leaving comments on social media about he's just a basketball player. He's not a military personnel. And I noticed some of y'all try to use the military, like when Trump tried to use the military to cover up his racism against Colin Kaepernick and black people calling out white supremacy and the institutions in place that's supposed to aid us, not harm us. Well, I'm going to call y'all on your BS because prior to Kobe Bryant dying, you guys was not on the internet yelling about why nobody talking about the veterans or active duty military personnel. Remember I did that video a few weeks back when I said everybody's asses got tight when they thought we was about to go to war. Because everybody know the military, our military is not staffed at its proper level. Why do you think people are doing multiple tours? You've had people that done 5, 6, 7 or more tours. See, I was blessed to only do that one tour, and when I got hurt serious enough, God was with me and said, okay, you did your bit for country. It's time for you to go back home. There are men and women that I served with that did two more tours than I did. And as soon as it was time for their contract to expire, they got the F out of there. I guarantee you today, if somebody came knocking on the door, they'd be saying, yo, I did my bit for country. How many of y'all are concerned about the well-being of veterans when they go to the hospital? I know y'all talk about what a VA doing is. The VA, you have to understand when you go to the VA. Let me break this down to y'all. Since everybody want to talk about veterans now, you're going to connect Kobe to this like I did with the football thing. There's only so many VAs in various states. And you got to understand, there's still men who are World War II vets. I'll bet they're old. They still have to be taken care of. Korean War vets. A crap load of Vietnam vets are still around. You had Desert Storm. You got Iraq and Afghanistan. Then you got veterans who didn't go into combat, who have health issues. See, a lot of y'all don't, when y'all hear the word veteran, y'all think war. You ain't got to go to no war to become no damn veteran. 22 soldiers a day, they say, are committing suicide. How many of y'all went to y'all congressmen, your senators, your city council, or your aldermen, your mayors, whether you're a small town or a suburban man, said we have programs for our veterans? Nope. Every now and then you hear some feel good story, but do y'all cry about veterans the way y'all cry about police officers and firefighters and paramedics? No. Oh, y'all say there's some people who do. There are people, and I don't want to make it like nobody cares, but I'm talking about the ones that's trying to attack Kobe and dismiss Kobe as just a basketball player. Apparently, y'all like Kobe enough to watch his ass play for down there 20 years. It's funny how y'all want to just knock these men to just being sports stars, but yet every weekend y'all got the damn jersey on, y'all got your chicken wings, and y'all got your beer. Y'all yelling at the screen. Then when they winning, we. You ain't did a damn thing. They did it. And then to further justify, y'all want to say, let's bring up this guy's past. The man ain't even been this body. They just recovered the bodies. And if I'm looking at that wreckage and that fire, I'm pretty sure they would not be having open caskets. I don't mean to be crass, but I got to be blunt. Then they try to make it like, you guys do remember there's other people there. We never said it wasn't any other people. The problem a lot of y'all have is with a black man and his daughter, but especially a black man getting that kind of recognition. 50-something years later, we still honor President Kennedy. 50-something years later, we still honor Robert Kennedy. But when it gets to black men and black women who perish, we gotta make them a nigger. We gotta kick them when they down. When Eddie Griffin said that we don't leave here clean, y'all got offended. Why? Why is it that y'all hide behind the military now? Or people die every day. If we're gonna use that logic, you know what we need to do? We need to put some money to the side. We need we need to call the various funeral homes, whether we know these people or not. We need to go and give donations and send flowers and make sure the families are taken care of, since you guys want to go there. But you know that's not realistic. The problem is y'all have a hard time with society looking at a black man and saying he's a hero. He's a hero to some people. Why is it that when white celebrities or people die, the world stops like it stops? Everybody cry, they send flowers. You never hear black folks say, at least say it out loud, like, what did that person do? We respect people's space. It's a time and place for these conversations. But the thing is, they really mad that Kobe Bryant is being honored. And then you got black folk who are ashamed to open publicly say it, and they feel guilty, or they jealous of, Kobe didn't do this. Y'all don't do this to nobody else. How many well-known white folk have died? When Carrie Fisher died, did anybody talk about her alcohol problem? Did anybody throw up her relationship with her parents or her relationship with her siblings? No. Everybody talked about how Carrie Fisher was and how much they loved her, and the Star Wars, she's always gonna be forever part of the Star Wars family, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. When George Bush Sr. died, black folk to get on social media attacking this man, knowing this man's history. We didn't do that. It's inappropriate. Even when they was talking about him singing his prayer, I said that's the way his family see him. That's the way certain members of society see. Fine. But as soon as you get to a black guy, well, you know he had a troubled past. You know he was accused of this. You know she did this. But they really go hard on black men. Look, even when we die, when they at these war shows, do these memorials, a lot of times they don't really show us. Don Imus was a racist and a sexist, but they made sure they honored him and talked about him last month. You need, and black folks like, wait a minute, how are he doing? And all we just said, why y'all honoring this dude when this dude said this? Now people say, isn't that the same thing? Don Imus called women nappy hoes. We heard it. We heard him, and then his staff went on Fox News and knuckled down. We didn't see Kobe Bryant rape a woman. We only went by what she said, and then her story fell apart. Then when they found out she had multiple semen stains of different men in her underwear, everybody like, wait a minute. Then she claimed she was raped, but she still had sex that same night with two other dudes. Of course she gonna be sore, or she gonna have some bruising. Let's just keep it real. So all y'all doing is trying to find things to pull out of the air. Have and then you get these reporters. Well, you do know he raped somebody. You can talk about two things. You talk about this maybe 2 or 3 months later. Or you let the man go on about his life. The woman that accused him, she's still breathing. He ain't. How you think Vanessa and his surviving daughters feel? Well, the oldest one that could comprehend it better than the younger one, the youngest. How you think they feel? Wait a minute. I found out my father is dead on TMZ, on the internet. They didn't give the police department a chance to call and contact us and have us come identify the remains. They bring up my father passed before I was even born. How you think that Vanessa feel? She got rid of all that pain again. Then if the rumor is true, the so-called woman, she went over to the European press. Well, she got a rude awakening. If she does do that, you need to roast her and call her ass out. Because, see, we let the Goldmans get away with that the last 20-something years, going to different networks and telling their stories. And I know people say, well, Harvey, you're not the victim. Who said they was victims? Let's keep it real. Do y'all bring up Nicole Brown Simpson's past or Ron Goldman and his father and them trouble past? Since we want to go there and start pulling receipts, let's talk about it all. Last year, Bette Miller said out on social media she was glad that Joe Jackson was dead. She didn't get backlash. She should have. See, that tells you a certain group of people are comfortable with wishing death on us. That's why they have no sympathy when we talk about Black Lives Matter or our voices matter or why aren't we getting justice. But don't hide behind the damn military. Please don't. Because how many of y'all really give a damn? Here it is. There are men and women that I've served with having said that. They said, man, I can't believe Kobe dead. They said, just imagine him and his daughter. Just look at them right here, how tight they are. Just imagine you can hear that warning thing, terrain, and a helicopter crashes, and he looking at his daughter, and she looking at him, or those other family members were. No, that was their last moments. And I bet you it went through his head like, damn. We up in this helicopter. Every time you get into a vehicle, get on a plane, whatever source of transportation you take, it's a possibility that you might not make it back in one piece. We are dealing with man-made vehicles, man-made creations. But y'all don't want to sit there and say, let's just give this man his props. Kobe, for a lot of people, was Michael Jordan of our generation. Yeah, it's a weird because Kobe went in the NBA so young, he overlapped Jordan, the Jordan era. So it's weird because I'm only just a couple of years older than Kobe. He just had a baby last year with him and his wife. He would never get to hear her voice. He would never get to see her learn how to ride her first tricycle or bike. He would never get to see his daughter who perished with him go off to college and be a ball player. He would never see his other daughters grow up to get married or whatnot. These are things that have been taken away from him. This poor little girl would always be stuck at the age of 13. And just think about how Vanessa and Kobe's family members and friends, they're going to always be bombarded with images, just like the Jacksons. Every time you turn around, there's an image of Michael there. They can't escape it. A song. Like Dr. King, I know his surviving children, they get sick to the stomach around January and April. Knowing they got to share their daddy with the world. Y'all even done this to Dr. King. Y'all won't let him rest in peace. He's a cheater. You know Dr. King wasn't perfect. And you got Negroes out here jumping in and giving cover to this. A white woman sat back and said nigger while talking about Kobe Bryant, and you got handkerchief heads out here. She didn't say that. Even black folk that I don't agree with, who more likely probably wouldn't agree with me, saying, yo, man, she said it. Even white folk have come out and said, yo, she said it. And normally, they sit back and try to deny, oh, she didn't say that. Like Eddie Griffin said, they do not let us leave here clean. Then you got people out here talking about, well, Kobe, he didn't marry a black woman. He didn't do nothing for the black community. And like I said, maybe I've been wrong about Kobe on certain things. Now certain things, certain interviews are coming along like the Kobe that was playing was still in uniform, didn't say all that. The ones, but he said he's free. There's an interview he said he's free. And we have to remember David Stern, who died this month, what kind of restrictions they put on the NBA players. Tell them how to dress, what things they can't say and what they can't do. You have to understand, these black men make a lot of money, but they still paid slaves. And even the disagreements I have about Kobe, I said he can't defend himself now. You got to move on to something else. But to disrespect this man and his daughter, and just attack this man, and I mean, it just people, and then you got people out here giddy that he died. That one dude was on social media. He was glad. He didn't hide his face. You notice the media ain't even talking about these stories. Want to know why? Because they're going to give them cover because they're afraid that somebody might walk up and give him a headshot. They did the same thing to Trayvon Martin. They vilified a child that was murdered by a grown man who had a history. In this country, they do not want you to praise or honor a black man or his family, but especially a black man. That's like, ooh, that nigga getting too much praise. Ooh, I don't like that nigga being praised. Why do you think Donald Trump ran for office? Because Obama was getting better press, was getting praised. Obama cracked the joke up at that White House dinner, and Trump like, I'm going to run for president. I'm going to be him. No way if that we don't have an image of that nigger and his nigger wife and his nigger kids walking that. We're better than them. I'm a Trump. That's why he ran. He can give a damn about the country. And y'all would defend him and rationalize all the, that dude lie every minute. I guarantee if something happened to him, people, oh, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has it. They forget all about the questionable things he said. I guarantee it. You don't believe me? I meant to do this video last year. There were some people saying that they need to change the name from the John Wayne Airport. Matter of fact, that's what Kobe and them flew out of, the John Wayne Airport, to something else called the John Wayne racism. And John Wayne was an open racist. But every time you turn around, they romanticize him to this day. How you think black folks supposed to feel of a certain age? Remember when he gave an interview talking about the races should be separated and all this other stuff. Every time they drive past, it's like when you see people marching when they try to take these Confederate symbols down. Those symbols were built in the 20th century. The South lost the war. How you think we feel every time we go past something? Like Dio and them say, oh, black folks don't know nothing. Black folks, you'd be surprised what we know. Every day we're reminded that people hate us. We're reminded that our people was denied basic human rights. They don't want us to feel good about ourselves. I want you to think about that for a second. Every time a black person dies, it's a negative. Even victims of crime. Well, you know they had a past. You know they was a I mean, watch the news. It happens. And I've been saying this for years. I'm like, why all they gotta be said? If a person committed a crime, talk about that crime. I don't want to hear about that in the news. Let the court system deal with that stuff. When Bill Cosby's accused, guilty. Not innocent to prove it, guilty. Richard Pryor, everybody romanticized Richard Pryor now. When he was alive back in the 80s, they was calling him a has-been. They was blaming him for failure of the Superman 3 movie. Richard Pryor, Christopher Reeve, even people romanticize. Yeah, that movie with me and Richard shouldn't have been in it. He just hammed up. I mean, you sitting there like, wait a minute. But God don't like ugly. What happened to Christopher Reeve? See, a lot of y'all are projecting. Y'all don't never sit back and think like, you know what? I'm spreading this hatred. Hell, something happened to me. At any moment, we can go to sleep and not wake up. And it's something you did or may have done or didn't do, and somebody speak ill of you, how you think your family gonna feel? We sit back, we do it all the time in this country. It's like this is America's pastime. Don't give black people a chance to mourn. Attack, attack, attack. White women are leading this charge, and sisters, we keep telling y'all still with them, and they whispered, and they now they out here. Y'all don't do that to white men. You got actresses and reporters. Yeah, but Kobe Bryant did this. He was accused of that. Wow. And nobody want to call it what it is. Plain old fashioned American racism. All this hatred that he's getting now, or these snarky ass comments. Well, what about the rest of the people? We're sad for those people too. But we didn't know them like we knew of Kobe Bryant. I remember the first commentary I did on it. I said my prayers go out to all those who perished in that crash. We didn't know the names. I'm seeing people on social media, black folks, force themselves put up things because they didn't got shame. Y'all feel like we didn't got shame. I ain't gotta put up images of those people or videos or lame ass music because it'd be disingenuous. Now, at a later date, I say, you know what? We need to give those people the same amount of time we give Kobe, but that's later. Right now, Kobe is the focus because it's his celebrity, and people get mad when black celebrities get focused like that. Just the other day, people salivating over Brad and Angelina. Are they gonna get back together? Or what? Brad and Jennifer Aniston gonna get back together? And I'm like, y'all do that shit sell a long time ago. And if they do, that's their business. It's none of our business. I got a question, and I want y'all to be honest. And for those non-black viewers, because I know they out there, or them handkerchief head viewers, let's just say, Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio or Tobey Maguire got in an accident and they was killed. And we bring up Tobey Maguire had a reputation of being nasty to people, or Leonardo was a womanizer, or Brad Pitt slept with married women, or cheated on his wife. Y'all be like, it's not time to bring that up. You don't tell me y'all wouldn't have said it. When Ronald Reagan died, I was in basic training. When I came home, I asked my parents. I said, "How do people react to Ronald?" Because I know they made us when they had the funeral. They had the flag and half staff. They took us. They had us march outside, and everybody, we stood at attention and everything. Blah blah blah. And my father said, he said, "You think the country died?" And I'm like, "You get out of here." He said, and all the black folk, they didn't say nothing. I'm like, "No, they didn't say anything." I'm like, "Get out of here." As much damage Reagan did to the black community in the 80s, but see, we gave respect. But see, our humanity has never been respected. Like, Monday was the 75th anniversary of the Holocaust Holocaust remembrance. When you saw some of the survivors on TV, these people in their 90s, people giving them standing ovations and everything, never forget, always remember. But when black folks' history is still ongoing, you guys are crying, get over it, move on. See, our pain and suffering is never to be acknowledged. This is why so many of us suffer from mental conditions, because we have PTSD. This is why I tell people, it's not wrong with going to get counseling. It's not wrong with talking about our issues. Even when I do these commentaries, they're sort of therapeutic, because I know I ain't the only one out here that feel like this. When I see my fellow black YouTubers doing commentaries as well, I smile, because I say, at least we're out here communicating our issues. We're not letting these news networks and these other media entities define us anymore. Yes, it's going to take a long time for our people to get in a good place, but at least we're trying. But when I see people out here attacking this man can't defend himself any longer, or just besmirching his man's character for no reason. I mean, as I've said before, I have my issues with Kobe in the past. There's some things that he said that rubbed me wrong, but he never attacked black women the way y'all trying to say, Kobe don't want no black woman. I'm like, y'all know his wife is brown skinned. She's melanated. She's not white. Kobe has dated black females before. Oh, y'all mad because he didn't get a black female. Okay. So y'all gonna join white supremacy? And then these white feminists, these liberals, they out here, they tell you how sneaky and nasty they are. Y'all ain't attacking Bill Clinton. He's still alive. Y'all ain't going after none of these elected officials who have cheated on their wives and done questionable things. Y'all ain't criticizing that 50-something to 6-something% of white women that voted for Donald Trump. Joan Rivers called Michelle Obama a tranny, and a month later she was dead. Did black folks go around getting online making fun of her death, making mockery for Melissa and Joan's grandchildren to feel bad? No, we didn't do that. We waited a certain amount of time to be critical of Joan Rivers. And we still ain't going on her like we should. Now, some of it can be fear from our community, why we don't go in on other, but a lot of it is just that we got empathy. We got too much empathy for other people, in my personal opinion. But a lot of this nastiness towards Kobe is due to race. The idea of a black man getting that type of reception again, they flash back to Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson died, and this really reminds me of when Prince died. People were saying, "Well, he was just a singer." Remember when Prince? Everybody, after a while, people started like, "Okay, but what's name died the other day too." They did the same thing with Prince, but it wasn't as blatant as it would with Michael and Kobe. One of these days, this country, or a certain group of people of this country, or around the globe who have been on the this part of that mindset that they better than everybody else, they superior. Something's gonna happen one of these days, and it's gonna shock them, and they're gonna be in fear. And we're gonna sit back and say, karma.